Russia's President Vladimir Putin has declared war on homosexuals. So far, the world has mostly been silent. So says Harvey Fierstein in a New York Times op-ed this week. The piece cites Putin's support for the new law banning the adoption of Russian-born children, not only by same-sex couples, but also to anyone living in a country that allows marriage equality in any form. Putin has also signed a law that allows tourists, that's you, tourists, to be thrown in jail if they are suspected of being gay or if they are pro-gay. And Putin signed a law defining homosexual propaganda as pornography. Joining me now in a Last Word exclusive to talk about why he ain't going to Russia anytime soon, four-time Tony Award winner Harvey Fierstein, whose hit musical Kinky Boots swept this year's Tonys with 6 awards. Harvey, thank you very much for my Kinky Boots pin, which I'm going to try to put that on right now.
You can wear that.
So I knew about the adoption thing that they'd done in Russia. Everything else I read in your piece, I did not know.
I know, and the scariest one is the one that's still to come. It's rumored that he's about to pass a law that says that they can remove children from the homes of anyone who's gay or lesbian, even if it's their biological child. They can go in and remove those children. It's very frightening. It's very frightening.
You talk about there are people in Russia now who are, some gay and lesbian femmes are already beginning to plan their escapes from Russia.
They don't want to lose their children. They're going to have to run. I mean, this is a pogrom. It just reminds me so of the olden days, and you sort of wonder, what have you got to gain from this? And you say, what has Putin got to gain from war on homosexuals? Oh, we won't look at what else he's doing and how he's failing and what's going on with their economy and everything else in that country.
You compare it to the Nazi playbook. You say Mr. Putin's campaign against lesbian, gay, and bisexual people is one of distraction. It's a campaign of distraction, a strategy of demonizing a minority for political gain taken straight out of the Nazi playbook.
Well, and isn't that what the conservatives are doing to the homosexuals in the United States? I mean, it's the same thing. They say, we're conservatives, we believe in smaller government. We don't want the government in our business. But now, who is it in Virginia that's running for governor of Virginia? He now wants to,
Cuccinelli, yeah.
Cuccinelli now wants to bring back the laws saying that even married couples cannot have oral sex. I think that's called big government. I think that's like the biggest kind of government.
Your piece contains a warning. The Olympics coming up, Winter Olympics coming up in Russia, and your piece contains a warning for tourists who might be going there for the Olympics.
Well, 4 Dutch tourists were arrested the other day. I think one of them had a rainbow pattern on the T-shirt, and the 4 of them were arrested. It's not that you're gay. It's not that they even think that you're gay. If you say something pro-gay, if a teacher says to a student, there is another way of living, you get fined. If a newscaster reports this story in a positive way towards gay, you can be fined. It's horrendous. And the only
if someone in Russia reported that Harvey Fierstein said this tonight or wrote this in the New York Times
in a positive way,
yeah,
they can be fined, yeah.
So Edward Snowden, if he gets to settle in Russia, is going to have to be very careful who he hangs around with or what he says.
Well, it's frightening. You know, I get messages even from gay people in Russia, you know, thanks to Facebook and tweets and all that, saying, well, we're fine and all that. And I say, you know, there's just something very, having grown up with people with numbers tattooed on their arms, there's something that just gets me when people say, oh, we're just fine and all that. I mean, I had family members that thought it was just fine to stay in Germany at those times. There is a war declared against us. Somebody's willing to put you in jail because of who you are or what you think. And to me, that's very dangerous.
You sympathize with.
And the only way to get back at people like that is take the money away. You have to starve the rat out. Putin is a rat, and you have to starve him out. You know, don't put billions of the world's money into Russia for the Olympics. You know, take the Olympics somewhere else. That's my feeling. My feeling is we should boycott the Olympics. But I'm just one person. Other people have to.
You're going to boycott the Olympics.
I don't like.
You're not going.
I don't like the Winter Olympics because they wear too many clothing.
There's that.
It's too much clothing.
Yeah.
Summer Olympics.
The figure skating? Come on.
No.
Okay. All right.
The nipples are hard, but that.
Can you help me out here? See where it says? Oh, it just said Harvey. You see, there's a prompter in there, right?
Coming up.
Yeah, there you go. I want to hear that voice telling what's happening on this show.
Coming up next, the president wants you to know that he is as frustrated with Washington as you are. No, he ain't.
No, not as frustrated as you are.
No, that's next in the rewrite. But I do love what Obama did a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stick around then. Watch the rewrite.
Okay.
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 Thank you, sir.